So, it's time for a talk. Jeremie's an amazing man. It's been a privilege to get to know him over about the last year. He's got a lot of courage, a lot of vision, and my judgment is that it takes a lot of courage to get up on a stage like this and be vulnerable. So I invite you to open your hearts, open your minds, and listen to his talk, Secrets of a Loser, the Shame I Carry.
Thank you. Thank you for showing up every day in your life. And with this, I'd like to make this speech a reference point in your life where it's okay to feel vulnerable and it's okay to feel shame. With that, let's get it on. I got herpes when I was 19 years old with the second girl I ever had sex with. And just to put you in context, in high school, I was a shy kid that wouldn't even make eye contact with anybody that was crossing paths in the hallway. And very shy, I would never go out to a girl and ask her out on a date. And here I am, 19 years old, second time having sex with a girl. I got herpes. When I got the news that this is what's going on with me, I was like, this is too much. I cannot let anybody know this about me. Because if someone knows this about me, it will be the death of me. So with that, I made the promise that I will die with this secret. I will never let anybody know about this. Ever. And as a 20-year-old who just moved to a ski town for the first time in his life, became a bartender, and then not long after that, moved out west to become a snow bum and a tree planter. The opportunities for myself to tell that secret were many among the women that I party with. For 10 years, this secret lived inside of me, carried with shame. And just to put you in perspective of how things would go for me every time I was about to go have sex with a girl, it would go like this. We're making out, we're starting to take our clothes off, and then this little voice in my head would start. Hey, Jeremy, are you gonna tell her about herpes? And carried with so much shame, I wouldn't let that happen. But to put it in two different ways, what if I tell this girl that I have herpes? What are the consequences of that? Well, I'm gonna have to expose myself. And the story that I keep going through my mind would be that she would not have sex with me. And as a 20-year-old, it was pretty high on the priority list, let's just say. I'm not gonna let that chance, you know? So what could happen to me if I expose myself to her would be that she is gonna say no, she's not gonna have sex with me, and then she's gonna leave, leaving me alone. And then on the other side, what if I don't tell her that I have herpes? Well, I'm gonna have sex, which is what I want right now. But if I don't tell her, I'm gonna make sure I am not gonna give her the shame that I carry, which is wearing a condom and also not having sex when I have outbreaks. And to let you know, I've never had a girlfriend longer than 3 months, so I was pretty good at hiding it. And then if I don't tell her and I do have sex with her, then I'm left alone with my secret. Can you guys see what I created for myself? A paradox where on one side I don't tell her, I'm left alone with my secret. And the story I told myself, if I tell someone, I'm going to be left alone in the room because she left. So no matter what I chose to say or do, I was going to be left alone. There was something inside of me that was blocking me from becoming the person I wanted to become. And with that in mind, I decided to go down to Peru to do a full transformational retreat of ayahuasca. And I'll come back to that in a minute. Coming back to Canada from this journey, I went to a particular festival. And then there I met a girl where we had a really good connection. We spent some really good time dancing, but not more than that. Following that festival, I saw her in town again. And then I invited her to come to the next one. I say, hey, it'd be awesome to have you there. I have a van. We'll take that, it'll be awesome. And then she accepted. Along the way to get there, we had really good conversation. Once we got to the festival, we set up camp, and then we got a little closer together, we connected again, but this time on a different level. It felt real, it felt awesome, and I decided to go for the kiss. And then we got closer together again until the point where,
Jeremie, are you gonna tell her about your herpes?
This time, things were different. I didn't want to hide anymore. So boldly, I looked at her and I said, I got something to tell you. I have herpes. Whoa. For the first time in my life, it was not up to me to judge myself, but up to her to do so. And then her response, oh my God, me too, I'm so excited, you said it first. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? I would have never thought that this was a possibility of exposing myself this way. Not only that, we were both living in fear just prior to this moment because we were hiding something. And we did not want to be seen, exposed, because fear of judgments. Best sex of the festival ever! with that experience came, I realized that the shame that I carried was only the umbrella protecting the fear of being rejected. Who here ever felt the fear of being rejected? I just want you to put your hand up. I invite you to look around. Keep your hand up, everybody. I invite you to look around and to see that you're not alone. Coming back from the ayahuasca retreat, I came back with 2 pieces of gold that changed my life forever. The first piece of gold is when I got confronted by the shaman. And he asked me, "Is your dad a loser?" And I was like, "Motherfucker." In my mind, I was like, "Fuck you. What the fuck are you?" That's what was running through my mind. But I couldn't say no. I couldn't tell him that my dad wasn't a loser. Because for the first time in my life, I got confronted with a belief. And for the first time in my life, I sat with this, and I was like, I can't say no. My body wanted to say no, and I couldn't. Because maybe there's a piece of truth in there. And I was like, fuck! Fuck! And he asked me again, "Is your dad a loser?" And I didn't want to say anything. And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Excuse me, I didn't hear you. Is your dad a loser?" Motherfucker. "Yes, he is." "I didn't hear you. Is your dad a loser?" It's like, fuck! Yes! But ultimately, it's not that I think that I believe that my dad is a loser, is I think that I believe that I am a loser. Because only a loser can perceive another loser that way, from my own perspective. But now that I am aware of this, I have the power to change that. Let me repeat this. Now that I'm aware that I think that I believe I'm a loser, I can change that.
Yeah.
Right? And the second piece of gold that I came back with was to go towards my resistance and my fears. Because my body will tell me when it feels it. When I look at those curtains, do I care about those curtains? No, I don't feel a thing. My body's not going to feel anything. But if I want to tell that girl that I have herpes, how do you think my body feels? It's just constricted. But my body's not going to lie to me. And that's what I'm trying to step in as more as I can. And then with that, when I came back from the ayahuasca journey, came back to Canada without a job, without a car, without a place to live, my bank account was in the minus. And that reality sank in real quick. I've never been in the most distressful time in my life. And this was exactly the perfect moment to ask myself, what am I the most afraid to do right now in my life? The answer was to go to school for photography. And that's exactly where I stopped thinking, and that's what I did. I can tell you that I graduated with the honor mention with the best student in the class. And with that, I bring you men in tubs. The calendar your mom's been waiting for. And I'm stepping to my fears to be here on stage today with you guys. Because part of my purpose is to inspire others. And my life statement, my mission life statement is, I create a world of connection and authenticity through artistic creation and human experience. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.